Africa Test at Newlands was a one-sided affair. It was a lopsided Test match. There was hardly any contest. India were outplayed in all departments of the game. And South Africa very quickly exposed the chinks in the armor of the Indian batsmen. They just could not cope. And as I wrote in my column in the Trinity Mirror, that Indian batsmen will face the chin music. And because they were unsettled, the moment the ball rose, they were unsettled. They didn't know when the ball moved. And even they were foxed by the tactics of the South African captain and South African bowlers. It was usually cricket is a game of batsmen, but this was one test match. This was one rare test match where the bowlers called the tune. They called the shots, and the bowlers made the batsmen dance to the tunes, and it was all bowlers' game all the way right from the word go. In fact, I thought India lost the game when the South Africa were they had lost 3 wickets, and while the score was just crossed the 10 mark. That is where the strategy should have been changed. When we did A.B. de Villiers came, he had one point in mind, that is, he wanted to attack so that he could unsettle the batsmen. And since he had seen how the Indian bowlers, fast bowlers were bowling, that was the time you should have brought Ashwin for a change. And Ashwin could have lured them to play the shots and therefore offer a catch. And that's where, again, Virat Kohli kept on rotating the fast bowlers and used Ashwin much later. Anyway, but still, I mean, there were other faults as well. I mean, our planning and our strategy was absolutely off the mark. We didn't plan our strategy, and we were very badly let down by our batsmen. Imagine a seasoned opener like Murali Vijay was hopping and jumping here and there. He just didn't know how to negotiate the fast bowlers. And in fact, he survived 2 DRS, and even then he left. Now, when the top order gives in so quickly, it puts a lot of pressure on the following batsmen. And in fact, I will say to the extent that in the first innings, we were overconfident. The first 3 wickets which we lost, they were because of the bad shots. They were rash shots, I would say. They were not, the players should have allowed themselves to settle down before opening up their bats. Number 2, as I said earlier, the need for a practice match was absolutely necessary. India must have stayed there for about 2 weeks before playing a test match. There was absolutely playing it. There's no idea of playing in Sri Lanka at home. We had already played a series against Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka. And they should have gone to South Africa earlier and played some fixtures against the provincial teams. And that would have given them some idea of the bounce on the turn of the wicket. They could not judge the Indian batsmen could not adjust themselves to the bounce and the turn of the wicket. And that proved suicidal. The other thing was that whenever there is a pressure, I'm surprised that they are all international players. When there is a pressure, what you should do is rotate the strike, take a single, so that the pressure is passed on to the fielding side. And that's what our batsmen were not able to do. Pujara in the first inning stayed long enough, but he did not rotate the strike. That's where we failed. Now, look, things were not as bad as it turned out for India. Hardik Pandya in the first inning showed that if you have the guts, and if you have the right approach, and if you have the right frame of mind, you can certainly turn the tables. And the hurricane mark that he played, there was actually saved India from the batting blushes in the first innings. In the second innings, when everybody else failed, Ashwin played a gallant knock. And look, that's where we failed very badly. Because the South Africans were always using a strategy to outfox one of our batsmen. Look, they bowled 3 or 4 outswingers. Philander bowled 3 or 4 outswingers to Virat Kohli which he left very comfortably. And then surprised him with a quick in-swinger and found him plumb in front of the wicket. Same tactics they used against Ashwin. Ashwin stands outside the crease. The wicketkeeper, Ditosis, came forward and he stood close to the wicket so that he didn't allow Ashwin to go out of the crease. And next thing was Ashwin offered a catch, which, and that was the end of the innings as far as India was concerned. Now, we have been outplayed, there's no doubt about it. Hats off to the South African team. They batted in conditions which were not conducive for the batting. The bowlers exploited the conditions beautifully, and they put all pressure on Indian batsmen, and Indian batsmen could not take the pressure. But still, I feel that some drastic changes have to be brought about in the team. Look, KL Rahul is one batsman who goes after the bowlers, and his international record is equally good. So Shikhar Dhawan is one batsman whose form has dipped up and down. It went up, it was like a crest and a trough. And therefore, it is much better to bring in KL Rahul. Similarly, we should look for certain options in fast bowling also. Ishant Sharma was in form. I wish he was played in this match as well. So therefore, there has got to be rethinking. Another thing, they have thought that there was too much of reshuffle in the lower order. You were sending Ashwin sometimes down, Viradhaman Shah up, Hardik Pandya down. When you reshuffle your batting order, it creates a confusion. The batsman loses his confidence. He thinks that perhaps the captain doesn't have confidence in me. And therefore, it is not advisable to change your order so much. In fact, if you wanted to promote anybody, I thought when things were going wrong, especially Rohit Sharma, he looked out of place in this team. I don't think he has any place in this team. He should be the one who should go out the first. And Anjike Rehane, who has a very good technique, who has proved himself in South Africa and overseas, he's a complete batsman. And that's where we have lost the plot. However, I feel that if Indians could redress all these deficiencies, which were very well exposed in New Zealand's match, I think they should be able to overcome them, and they can be able to give a better fight to South Africans than they have done in this match.